I know you know this, but not everybody is like you, and not everybody thinks the same way that you think. That's what we're going to talk about today. Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and welcome back to my leadership development video series where we talk about growing both personally and professionally and helping other people as well. Today, we're talking about why we need to be very aware that not everybody is like us. Can you imagine that? I know when I was young in my management and in my leadership, I used to be really surprised when I'd run into somebody who thinks totally different from me. But if we really take the time to think about that, it shouldn't be surprising. Everybody grows up differently. And one of the things that really stands out to me, if we take communications, for example, is that you could have somebody who grew up in a household where when two people disagreed, they threw things at each other and screamed. Or you could have somebody who grew up in a household where when they disagreed, they gave each other the silent treatment and didn't talk to each other until one of them finally caved in and went ahead and started talking. Or you could have had somebody in your organization who grew up in a family where when there was a problem, people talked it out in a civil manner and came up with a solution that worked for everybody. So you can imagine, no matter what the size of your organization is, unless you're just a single entrepreneur, that you probably have someone who's grown up differently with communication or with any kind of values or cultural things that you would want to implement within your organization. And when you think about that, that means it's super important that you take the time to set the standards of expectation for behaviors in your organization. That means if you want people to communicate professionally in your organization, you have to have conversations that explain what your professional communication looks like and how people are going to handle it. So one of the suggestions I have is think about what kind of culture and skills do you want your people and behaviors do you want your people to have, and then start having conversations around those, because chances are they may want to do it like you want to do it, but that's not how they grew up. And so you have to help people change behaviors, which is really difficult if you want them to really fit in well with your organization. So take some time over the next couple weeks and just watch, how are your people behaving? And then decide, how would you like them to behave? And start training them and helping them understand that this is the type of behavior that's acceptable and this is the type of behavior that needs to be worked on. Because the truth is, most people don't go to work wanting to fail. They want to come in and they want to be successful. So we have to help them be successful within our organizations.